Now, you and I look around in ASL Bundle. Again, now you and I look around in ASL Bundle. Okay, so in English, something like right now, you and I are going to take a look around inside the ASL Bundle. That's exactly what we're going to do. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are. When you log in, you're going to see lots of stuff where you can scroll and scroll and scroll. We got tons of content, tons of courses. So the basic setup is that it's a bundle, right? So this part right here where it says ASL Bundle, this kind of square thing, says ASL Bundle for Beginners and Improvers, 40 course bundle. It's the container, the bucket, the holder, we could say, the big bag, which holds all of the other courses, right? So when you purchase the ASL Bundle, when you have access to the ASL Bundle, you have access to all of the other courses as well. That's how it works. Okay, if you need to do like administrative stuff, you need to whatever, go to your profile icon. There's a drop-down menu there, and you can take care of whatever you need to do. We have other videos which go a lot into detail about each one of those, so So here we are at the ASL Bundle, and it's one of your first times logging in. Highly recommended. I urge you, very highly recommended, to go to the Introduction and Information course. Just start there. It's a wonderful way to get an overview and idea how to use the ASL Bundle. So here we are. Let's click on it. Okay, this is the course curriculum for the Introduction and Information course, Intro and Info course. Let me zoom in a bit so we can see the text a little bit easier. All right, so there are different sections, and the whole purpose is to get you better acquainted with the ASL Bundle and everything that's involved, right? And save you time, create time for you. So the first section is getting started, right? You have a quick start guide, you have share your story. We'll come back in a moment. The next section is ASL resources. Very useful. List of courses, PDF progress chart, tips strategies, email resources, and more PDFs. We'll take a look at the PDFs in a moment. All right. This is very useful as well. How to plus navigation tips. Now, these are the seemingly small, mundane things which you got to do. You know, sometimes you got to update your credit card, how to search for a course, how and where to log in. Simple things. But if someone's just showing you how to do it, it just saves you time and creates time not having to do those things or understand how to do those things at a later time when you really need to do them. Right. Then the next section is about the instructor. We'll take a peek. There's lots of stuff you can learn about me. Random ASL stories. And student testimonials. Right, so let's jump in. I'm telling you a lot of this stuff. The whole point of this video is to show you. So let's jump in here. First, let's go to, let's say, the quick start guide. Okay, so let's say you jump in, you just got the bundle and you just got the itch, you just want to sign. You're like, the information stuff is all right, but I just want to jump in and start signing. This quick start guide is just for you. And we show desktop view and mobile view. So it's the quickest, easiest, least difficult way to just jump into the bundle and start signing. And it shows you in the video how to do that. Saves your time. All right, the next one in this section over here, we can see all of the lessons in this course is share your story. Okay, now this lesson, it's not really a lesson, it's more just kind of, sharing information. It's all about you. And the basic question is, why do you study American Sign Language? Or in other words, what brought you here in this moment? What was the spark? What's the reason? What happened in your life that you're here to learn sign language? Right. Now you can look through the responses from other people, my responses to them, and yeah. All right. And if you want to learn about my journey, you can click right here. Shall we? All right, let's click. Okay, so this is within the same course. It's just a little bit farther down. Share your stories. That's where we just were. And now we're at about the instructor. All right. Now the whole thing with the about the instructor is you and I are going to be spending a lot of time together. I think it's a good thing. But you might be thinking along the way, well, Okay, great, he's teaching me stuff, but what about his history? What's his background? What's he, stuff like that. So it's a whole series of videos where I answer questions like, what is my deaf connection? How did I learn to sign? What is my name sign and how did I get it? What's my education, my past work, my professional history, stuff like that. Why do I create ASL content? And more information about my projects, my wife, my daughter, some of my family stuff. Right. I go into a lot of detail, so I thought it was just better to be as transparent as possible and let you know, take a peek inside my life so you can better know me as your instructor. Because, like I said, you and I are going to be spending a lot of time together. It's, I think, a good idea for you to get to know me. All right. So let's go back to where we were. All right, we were in Share Your Story, and we clicked there to learn about my ASL journey. But remember, in this lesson, it's about you. It's up to you if you want to share, if you don't want to share. Right. Just a wonderful place to kind of relax and kind of remember what's your spark for learning sign language. Okay, so next part is the ASL resources part. This is going to be very, very useful. So let's take a look. The first part is list of included ASL courses. Okay, let me zoom out just a little. So we have a list there, and it's just flashing through some of the different course images. But when you scroll down, you can see all of the courses listed, and all of them are blue because they're a link, right? And each link will bring you to the course. All right, so let's take a look. Let's just go to, how about the Tips and Strategies course? All right. And it brings me to the course curriculum for this course. All right, let's try another one. How about parent and child phrases? And here I am. Once again, I'm at the course curriculum for this course. Okay, so this page basically is just a shortcut because you could use that home page where you scroll and scroll and scroll through all of the course images and click and then go to one. But on this one, you just kind of save yourself some time and go straight into it. All right, so that's the whole point of this one. You can also download the progress chart. We'll get to that one in a moment because it is the next lesson actually. So you can click here, or you can also click over here on the side to get the PDF progress chart. So let's take a look. Okay, here we are, PDF ASL progress chart. Let's download the PDF. They have a view. There's a viewer right here, but why don't I show you what happens when we click to download it? Okay, so we saved the PDF progress chart, the ASL bundle progress chart on Google Drive, so it's just easy to access from anywhere, and it's multiple pages. All right, so there are 4 pages of lots of information and links to all of the individual courses. All right, so the first page, take your time, just read through it. And as a quick side note, in case you're wondering, I'm in Thailand right now, so that's Thai up there. The characters, kind of cool, but I have no idea what it says. But either way, I'll stay focused here. You can download it. There's a download button here, and you can download it to your desktop. All the links will still be clickable after you download the PDF. So what is the PDF? Are you brand new to ASL? We give you a recommended order of study. Sometimes, let's just kind of face it, when you have so many choices and it's kind of new, it's kind of overwhelming. And that's not a bad thing. It's just it's new, it's brand new, we're still learning, right? Sometimes it's useful for someone to come up and just say, well, you can start here, and start here, and start here, right? It just kind of saves time, and at least to get in, at least get started, right? Action, action, action. So the first 3 courses here, 1, 2, and 3, ABCs plus fingerspelling, first 1,000 plus essential signs, first 120 basic statements. We put those as a recommended, put in quotes, recommended order of study. And the reason why we did them, first off, we put numbers, is so you could just jump in. If you need someone to just say, hey, just start here, there you go. But keep in mind, something unique about our ASL bundle is that all of our courses operate independently. All right, so it's not like a regular school curriculum where the only way you can get to level 5 is by doing 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you get to level 5 and you haven't done level 4, oh my God, you're stuck, you're lost. No, it's not like that at all. These courses function independently. You'll probably see some overlap because different signs are used multiple times in different courses. But if you just pick one course all by itself, it contains everything you need in that course to achieve the course certificate, the certificate of completion. So it has all the individual signs, the teaching, the review, the 2-part testing, all of that which is needed for that specific course. You're going to see pretty quick that our courses are all themed, right? So the title, they have a certain theme, and then everything you need for that course is in that course. So basic questions, dialogue, sign by sign, food vocabulary, parent and child phrases. So you'll notice each one has a theme, and all of them are independent. Aha. So there are links here. You can learn more about their certificates of completion. And yeah, there's a link right here on top, which is very useful. It's so simple, but so useful. Click here to log in. Sometimes after we get started, and then, life, we get back into life, and we're like, how do we get back to where we go? Or else we lost the email that was the original login link. Anyway, you can use this PDF to download, or to log right in. It talks about the ASL Weekly Mix. It talks about the multi-account discount. And you can scroll through all the courses. You can also print it off. If you see this little circle here with the white, you can check those off. When you finish the course, you can check it off and use it like a progress chart. Aha! Okay, so this is the PDF progress chart. Got links, got lots of stuff in there for you to explore. You can download it. If you use it from your desktop, make sure you're logged in. And then the links will take you straight away into the ASL bundle. If you're logged out, it will just bring you to sales pages, and then you can, log in. Okay, so here we are. This was the ASL progress chart. The next lesson in the Intro and Info course is ASL Tips and Strategies. Now, we already took just a quick peek inside this course, but this is a shortcut to all of the tips in that course. All right, so here you can come and you can see all the tips lined up. Maybe you're like, I don't know, something left-handed signers. That looks kind of interesting. I'm lefty or whatever. So let's click on it. Okay, so this is tip number 5. It's left-handed signers. So, okay, you can watch the video. All right, you can adjust the quality of the video. Whatever works for your learning style. But anyway, this is the tips. This is the tip number 5, left-handed signers. Let's go back. All right, so whatever tip you want to dive into at the moment, feel free to click on it, right? The next one down we have is ASL email resources. Now these are outside the ASL bundle, but most of them are free, 100% free to use, and you just, soak up ASL. It's all in email form. So like emails coming into your email inbox, we just click, open it, and you can learn something. So we have ASL quizzes, we have ASL messages, we have ASL word searches, and then there's the ASL Daily Wow. Now on that one, I could go into a whole video about this one. This is just fantastic. The first 2 weeks are free, so go nuts. Daily emails, sign full sentences. And it's just wonderful. So you can click here, learn more, and you can sign up. All right, the next PDF is the first 1,000 plus signs. This course is huge. I mean, it's just really huge. So let's take a look at the PDF. Let me click here to download it. Okay, so there are 2 parts. There's the ASL signs list, and then there's the alphabetical list. So the signs list by itself, this is in the order that the course is presented to you. But later on, they'll have an alphabetical list, which just makes it really nice to find that specific sign that you're thinking about and you don't remember what section or category it was in. Right, now there are lots of links. We took some time and just did this correctly. Each section, each category, each lesson, each individual thing has its own link. It's going to save you a lot of time because this course literally is huge. I mean, it's huge. It has 1,788 lessons. So if you wanted to, I mean, this is the course format right here. You could, well, how about this? Let's just go to the actual course itself. All right. Let's see. Let's go back. Okay, so here's the first 1,000 plus essential signs. Let's click on it. Okay, now I'm zoomed in, so let's zoom out for a sec. Now you can scroll, you can scroll all day long and get down to 1,788 lessons. Or you can use the PDF and you can, if you need to come back to study again, you can click on the link and go straight to whatever lesson you want to. We also put some check boxes over here so that you can check off the lessons as you finish them, or when you feel more confident about the signs. Here's a quick tip. If there's a sign for whatever reason, it's just not sticking, it's just, every time I come across it, I forget the sign, highlight it. You'll highlight it, and as you look through the progress chart that you have, you can see, oh, I need extra work on that sign. Then the link's right there. You can just go ahead and click on it. And then after you got it down, you can put a little check in the check mark in the check box. Okay, so this PDF has a lot of stuff. It's really useful. And let's see where you get to the next section. There you go, the alphabetical list of all signs, and click the blue links to go to the lessons. Okay, so this is the 1,000 plus signs checklist, the PDF you can download. The next PDF, loving the PDFs, very useful, are similar signs, this ASL similar signs PDF. Right. So same thing, has sign pairs and alphabetical list. Let's download it. Okay, there we are. So this one's unique because the whole course is about similar signs. Two signs which look like each other are very similar to each other, but they're different, right? So alone versus always, animal versus tired, answer versus true. And each one has a link. So we have the sign pairs, and then we also have the alphabetical list. Very useful. And check boxes and all that stuff. Next one, PDF. If you haven't noticed by now, we like PDFs. Very useful. Download them and use them wherever. These are just ASL Alphabet Charts. Simple, useful, and just, wonderful to use. We have a light colored version 1. We have a dark color version 1. Print them off. Put them on your fridge. Hand them out. Do whatever. It's just a nice, simple, very clear, easy to see hands with the letter alongside. Use them as you level up in your journey. Okay, next one is the history of ASL. You watch some videos about the history of ASL. Be intrigued. It's very interesting. The next section is how to plus navigation tips. Okay, so we're not going to watch each video because it's not like really exciting stuff, but it's just useful stuff to know to save you time, so you don't have to search around how do we figure out this stuff. So we give desktop and mobile views. Like this one is how and where to log into the ASL bundle. Next one, how to search for a specific course, how to get course certificates. That's a pretty useful one. So I'll show you how, and I'll give you more information, how to contact Able Lingo, update your email, login, all that stuff. The next section is about the instructor. That's me, right? So I guess this section is all about me, but the purpose is to give you more value and more information about my history, my background, how I grew up, how did I learn sign, all of that stuff. So lots of videos here. And I go through and basically answer questions. So on this one is, what is my deaf connection? Which is kind of useful to know if you're going to be learning from him, and he's an instructor, but what is his connection to the deaf community and all of that stuff, right? Okay, how did you learn to sign? Blast from the past, the memories. Right, so there's my family, my siblings, that's me on the top if you're curious, and my 2 sisters and my younger brother who's deaf. And he became, in a nutshell, he became deaf when I was like 2 or 3. I don't know, really young. So he's 2 years younger than I am, and he became deaf, and then my mom pushed like crazy and all of us signed, right? I go into my name sign, how I got my name sign. It's unique, and I go into more detail about the deaf community and how they choose name signs. It's an interesting, very fascinating process. All right, you can learn about my education, my past work, my professional life, stuff like that, what led up to where I am now. I go into why I create ASL content, right? And I also talk about my projects, my wife, my daughter, my family, what we do, how we're like a SLOMAD, which is like slow digital nomads, and our lifestyle, what we do and stuff like that. Okay, so you can learn about me. So the next section is random ASL stories. And this is just a mini collection of my thoughts and some of my experiences growing up in and around the deaf community, signing, family stuff, work stuff, with the deaf community connection, and just sharing my stories. I kind of ramble here, but it kind of gives you a peek inside my experience. So it's more information about me, and I think the stories are very unique. So you might have an interesting time watching them. The bear, hearing aids, Russian lady, visual ability, deaf arrest, a mile a minute, right? After that, you can go into student testimonials. And these are students' words and just talking about our courses in case you're curious. Right. So this is the ASL Intro and Info course. I'm going to go back out. So once again, hint, hint, highly recommended. Once you jump in, I would urge you in the beginning to jump into this introduction information course. It's going to help you out a lot. I mean, a lot, right? Yeah. And I think I already mentioned before, but if you need to change things, update things with your account, just go click on your profile icon. You can edit stuff and update stuff. Okay, so another thing I wanted to get into is we love testing. We love tests. And I don't mean like in an insane way, which you're going to walk away like, distressed and, horrible testing. No. Testing is very useful, and we do two parts, always two-part testing, signing and understanding, all right? Now, this is so simple, but I think it's over a lot of course curriculums out there, they just kind of shoot past it. It's great to be able to sign. It's literally fundamental and just fantastic. But here's the kicker. If you can't understand when someone's signing to you, there's a huge breakdown in communication, right? So we love two-part testing. So let me show you how it works, how we have the courses structured so that you can take advantage of review and two-part testing. All right, so let's jump into first 1,000 plus essential signs. All right, let me close the tab here and zoom in so you can see the lesson names. All right, so let's see, where should we start? This course is huge, 1,788 lessons, but let's move past starter signs and let's go to the first category. So the first category is family signs. All right, so section 4.0, family signs. And there's family signs 1, family signs 2, family signs 3, and 4. So this is how it works. First, you jump in and you take a look at the study plan. Okay, so this is the study plan for this category only, family signs. I'll basically talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to use testing, how we're going to get to dialogues and stuff like that. The next lesson is to explore the actual signs, what we're going to be learning in this specific section. All right, so we take a look at the list of the signs and kind of introduce you to get an idea, better understanding what you're about to study. Right, then there are 10 here. We love to put them in groups of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's basically this. Learn 10 signs, review. Learn 10 signs, review. Learn 10 signs. So in this one, there are 4 groups of 10 signs. And after all of those 4 groups, you have a huge test. But we'll get there in a sec. So we have, let's say the first one is family. All right, if you notice, we love to put pictures as well. It's just a wonderful way to, I think, remember. You have the nice big vocabulary sign text right here, family, and then an image which just reinforces to help you better remember in the future. So I'll teach you the signs, all right? So I'll teach you all of these 10 signs, family, father and mother, parents, daughter, son, brother, sister, husband, and the rest. And after you've learned those 10 signs, we're going to test you. All right, here's the first part. Sign family signs 1. So it's only going to be the 10 signs that you just learned. So it's review, all right? The big test comes later. And you will be signing. So basically the pictures are going to show up the pictures are going to show up and you see the text and you need to sign it. So it's basically a check on your understanding, your comprehension. And if you don't got it, just go back and repeat the lesson and practice again. Right, so this is the first part, signing, very important. Now to the second part, understanding. Okay, same signs, same section, family signs number 1, but this time you understand. So I'm going to be signing, and you're going to look at me. He's doing something. You try to figure out what I'm signing. Recognition, getting it in your brain. The 2 parts of communication, signing, understanding. Right. Okay, so that was family signs number 1. There's family signs number 2, family signs number 3, and 4. And then after you get through all 4 of those sections, test all family signs. And this is how it is for each category. We're just taking a look at the family signs category. So first, you're going to explore the testing format. So you're going to have a nice video here which just goes step by step, so it's not a shock when you actually jump into the test. And the first part is test sign family signs. Okay, and I have my glasses on here. It's just something I like to do from way back when I made one of my first courses, is when I'm testing, I don't talk, all right? Zip. I put on my glasses and we sign, all right? Now, I think it's more of an immersion, we could say immersion exercise, to get you just a peek inside. What is it like for a deaf person? Suddenly no sound, right? No sound. Everything is visual, 100% visual. So when I put my glasses on, I'm going to be signing, zip, no talking. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful opportunity to just soak up and advance your skills, boost your skills. So the first one is testing. Just test for signing. So you'll see the stuff, all of the stuff. It's kind of long. I mean, this video is like 8 minutes and 37 seconds. Yeah, just signing. Repetition, see if you recognize, and if you don't, go back and repeat and review. Next one is understanding. So I'm testing, got my glasses on, I won't be talking. I will be signing, you will be understanding. Me, I sign, you understand. Right. Okay, so after we have finished the regular signs, we're talking about individual signs, learning each one individually, which is very, very fundamental, but it's not complete. We do something more to make sure you can actually use those signs. And we're talking about dialogues. Specifically in this section, 4.5, family dialogues. So you're going to use the signs that you learned before, and you're going to sign dialogues. Now, this is quite early on in the course. It's only lesson 117 out of 1,700, whatever. So we do a quick review for ASL pronouns. In case you're wondering if it's a quick review, did we already learn it? Yes, earlier in the course we cover ASL pronouns, but here it's just useful to review them again because they're going to be fundamental when we sign the dialogues, and it's just going to save you time not having to refresh. We'll do the refresher right here. Possessive personal pronouns, very useful, fundamental. Then we dive into dialogue number 1. Okay. Now the dialogues increase in length, I'll show you in a moment, but you are going to be signing everything here, the question and the response. And I'm going to guide you step by step. I mean, literally step by step, sign by sign, you and I sign together. And then we'll do practice where we sign the whole thing. We'll start with just the first part, we'll do the second part and combine them and just sign. Yeah. So here's dialogue number 2. Their family love argue. No, their family get along. Here's dialogue number 3. You hate her parents? I love her mother. I not love her stepdad. So you're going to be signing all of this. We'll go step by step. And when we finish these lessons, you can sign complete dialogues. And then at the end of the section of the category for family signs, we're going to do a progress check. So it's just kind of a recap. What did we just learn? Some tips. Need to go back and review, stuff like that. Okay, so I kind of got a little bit off track here, but the main point is that we give you a lot of content, but we break it down into smaller sections and we review just those sections. And when we do review and testing, how many parts? That's right, always 2 parts, signing and understanding. It's just so important, so fundamental to sign, but also be able to understand. Right. Okay, so let's go back out. All right, let me zoom out just a little bit, back at the course curriculum here. So we talked about 2-part testing. We talked about the intro and info course. There's something else I can't wait to show you. Okay, now I was thinking from the student's point of view, because we've been at this a long time. It's about 2.5, almost 3 years, and this bundle started with like 6, was it? I don't know, under 10 courses, and we've grown to, like 30, actually it's 39 plus this one more intro and info course, so 40 courses, and it's still growing. And yes, so I was thinking from the student point of view, do you really want to get a set of courses that's just static and that's it? It's just, think of it this way. When you log in, you're like, wow, that's great. It's a lot of content. I'm going to work through it, right? But is there new content? Is it a dynamic type of situation? Is there new content coming, which, I can, whatever, but it's growing, right? It's dynamic. So we have ASL Weekly Mix. Now, emphasis on weekly. Let's go in. I'm going to click on it. Let's take a peek. All right, let me zoom in. Well, let me stay out for a sec. Each week, you'll have 10 new lessons. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I mentioned before that my family and I, we are what you call slow digital nomads. So we travel around the world, and I create ASL sign language content for you guys to soak up. And it's on location, different places around the world. So basically, it's you travel with me, you learn ASL. Or you could say improve your ASL. All right. And it's unique because it's on location, it's out in the public, and sometimes it's behind the scenes stuff I got to re-record because someone interrupts. Just the other day, I had the camera on me and someone jumped in front. They're like, hello. Okay, either way. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. So this is the ASL Weekly Mix, and the content is dripped out. Now, what does that mean? Well, think of it like this. Every week, there will be a new chunk. You'll get an email saying, hey, Weekly Mix number 1 is ready. Weekly Mix number 2 is ready. So right now, let's see, I can see Weekly Mix number 1. Now, in this account, though, I signed up, and I signed up just yesterday, so it will say Weekly Mix number 2 will be available in 6 days. So I build out the content in advance so that you don't get stuck with the gap week where there's nothing. And then it just works better all around if I just build out the content in advance and it drips out to you, right? So you have something to look forward to each week. Weekly, right? Weekly. Lots of content to create. It's a lot of work for us, but it's enjoyable. And hopefully it's very, very valuable for you. So let's take a look at actually what it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the course intro. Okay, so that's the cover image. That's some images from the actual course itself. You can watch the video, and this is the lesson format. This is where it gets kind of interesting. We haven't done this before, and it's still experimenting, we're still improving, but there are multiple videos at multiple different speeds, and you don't get the answer right away. The whole idea is, and I'm going to urge you to trust your intuition. That's the idea. I believe we understand much more than we think we do, all right, when someone's signing. Even when I've met people from around the world who don't sign American Sign Language, it was Russian Sign Language one time, British Sign Language, Australian Sign Language, different. I don't understand necessarily exactly the signs, but there's just a whole context. There are facial expressions, there are body movements, there are signs which kind of similar to the actual thing in real life that you're probably understanding more than you understand. So the purpose of the first videos in the ASL Weekly Mix, as you scroll down, the first video is just watch. Just soak up what I'm signing and try to understand. If you have to guess, that's fine. What's the worst? You scroll down and get the answer. But guessing, push your mind. What's that feeling? You think you kind of get an idea what's happening. So you can scroll. The first one is regular speed. Then you can scroll for slower signing. Right, and I'll assign the same thing again, just a bit slower. And always remember, let me just quick show you something. If you need to, I'm signing it slow, but you want it like dead slow, I mean really hardly any movement at all, you can change the speed, right? Just change the video to 0.5, 0.05, right? Whatever works for you to be able to try to understand better. And even if you don't understand everything completely, that's okay. It's part of the process, right? So this is where I'll sign slower, then you can scroll for the answer. And here, I will show you the answer, right? We'll see it at slow speed, so you can sign with me. And there'll actually be, let me just show you. All right, see how the words are appearing on the screen as I sign? And when I sign, let me increase the quality here. The internet's not super hot this location, but it works. All right, as I'm signing, yellow words light up. And the words that are yellow, obviously, that's what I'm signing at that moment. So if it's white, then I'm not signing it. If it's yellow, I'm signing it at that exact moment. Right. So it's a fantastic opportunity for you to learn sign with me. And then after you sign at slow speed, you can scroll for ASL versus English syntax. This is also something newer that we're experimenting with, and I think it's just very useful for you guys. You've probably already learned by now that ASL and English syntax, while similar, are quite different. And at times it's like Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. So we break it down individually. The first part is ASL syntax, where the hand is, and below it is English syntax. So for example, in ASL, you'll assign time for practice, improve your ASL skill. Now, if you hear someone say that and you're trying to understand English, it sounds like, grammar is not quite right there, but it's not English grammar, it's ASL grammar, ASL syntax. Below, we put what the English version would be. It's time to practice and improve your ASL skills. You're going to learn very quickly that the small little words that in ASL, they often just don't sign them. They're not necessary to get the point across. So you can look through the whole thing that I signed, and you can see the ASL version and the English version. And if you want to go back and watch me sign it again, you can go back up. Here it's just spelled out the syntax so you can compare side by side. After that, scroll down, more scrolling, follow the dots, practice with me at full speed. Same thing in this video, you're going to see the words there, all right? And just sign along with me. You can speed it up, slow it down, whatever works with you. I urge you, sign. Always sign with me. It's just going to level you up. I mean, literally level you up. Okay, so scrolling down again, recording location. I thought it would be unique. It's a little more work for us, but I thought it would create more value overall for you guys to take a peek where we actually are. So the location, you probably noticed in the background, there's some pictures, or it's the scene in the background. Well, I give you a link, often a video as well, to just see the location where it was filmed. So you can click there and it will go straight to Google Maps. So let's click. Okay, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but this is in Matsminda Park. It's in Tbilisi, Georgia. If you ever haven't been to Tbilisi, it's just fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. That's a side conversation. Anyway, so you can see specifically on Google Maps. I thought this was cool. I just love Google Maps. Right, so zoom out. There is Georgia over by the Black Sea. And so that's where I was, that specific location when I filmed this lesson. So you can kind of follow along as we travel and just kind of take a peek into our world, how we do things, stuff like that. And this is my wife and my daughter, so you can kind of take a peek at what we're doing, stuff like that. Okay, then when you scroll down, you can leave, if you have thoughts, questions, feedback, there is a discussion section below. Soak it up. All right, let's take a look at a few different kinds of lessons, because this is the intro lesson, right? We also have different ones. There's an ABC warm-up, and you get to do it at 2 separate speeds, different location, and it's with music, so you can sign along and kind of get pumped. Even if you know the ABCs really well, I think it's just good to get that finger fluency in there. The next one is this place. All right, so I'm going to sign, same flow. What am I signing? Try to figure it out, slower speed, syntax. And then also, I include an ASL link in most of the lessons where it actually links to somewhere else in the ASL bundle, which you can use, and you can just kind of explore the ASL bundle even more. For example, the ASL link on this one is countries and sentences. Let's see where it goes. Okay, so learn 36 country signs in this course. And that was a link from the ASL Weekly course. All right, then you can also see this recording location. You recognize that flag? Well, either way, you can click here and see it on Google Maps. All right, we have a build a sentence. Okay, this is another unique format that we're working at where we literally build this section of the sentence, you sign it. Then we add another section, you sign all of that. We add a third section, you sign all of that. We add a fourth section, you sign all of that, and then we get practice doing the yes, no questions. It's just literally building a sentence from scratch in sign language, sign by sign, part by part. And yeah, I think it's just wonderful, fundamental. We're experimenting with this where we're going to be doing more. Yeah, it's fabulous. Same thing, scroll for slower signing, scroll to see the answer, the syntax, all that stuff. Okay, next one, colorful animals. Try to figure out what I'm signing. So I did it in a different location again. Next one, finger fluency. Very useful. This one comes with a PDF you can download, letter size or A4 size, depending on what country you're in. Download it, and the whole idea is you print the worksheet. Let me see. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so it's a finger fluency worksheet. Print this worksheet, watch the video lesson, tick this Tick the speed, turtle, or rabbit at which you first understood. Write in the answers and smile. Ha. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different categories of finger spelling. And I suppose a phone number is not quite finger spelling, it's numbers, but anyway, it's finger fluency. Big focus here, finger fluency. So I will be signing, I'll be walking around and signing, and you try to figure out, what am I signing? We're going to do it at multiple speeds, and after that you can sign with me. We can do turtle speed, you'll sign with me, get finger fluency practice. We also have rabbit speed, sign with me. Same thing, sign with me. And in this case, finger spell with me. Right. And then the same thing, there's a link to another part of the ASL bundle. You can see the location, right? All right, the next lesson is out and about. All right, different location, different scenario that you can try to understand what I'm signing, and it's going to be a way for you to learn vocabulary, practice sentences, all that stuff. Next one is a celebrity birthday. Okay, so there's a celebrity in there. Once again, finger spelling, right? Trying to understand finger spelling and the birthday. So that means numbers. Wonderful. And dates. So try to figure out what I'm signing, and then scroll down and practice signing the finger spelled name and also the date. I slow it down so you can sign the full date, month, day, year with me, right? Okay, after this, color with me. Okay, I'm trying to be creative on this one, just kind of go nuts. And this one isn't so much a lesson for signing. I do some signing in there on some of them, most of them, but the whole idea is it's just a nice time to relax and color. I recently rediscovered coloring, and it's just purely relaxing. So you can download the PDF. We have a letter size version, A4 size version. So let's take a look at the A4 size. So you download this, you print it, and we can color together. And it's ASL related. So this one is ABC chart. Color it. And when I say color together, print the PDF coloring page, prepare your crayons, markers, whatever. And when you're ready, scroll down, we'll color together. You're like, what the heck? Yes, that's literally it. I recorded a lesson where you and I are going to color together. All right. So if you just take a peek. All right, this is the intro. Let's go inside a little bit. All right, so you and I are literally going to color together. And I chat a little bit. I give you some information, some tips, ideas of how to improve your ASL journey and stuff like that. Let's go a little bit farther. All right. Okay, so that's literally it in this lesson. If you call it a lesson, it's more like the purpose was to just relax, enjoy. It's ASL related, and just soak it up and have fun and print it off. If your kids want to do it, your husband wants to do it, your grandma wants to do it. Yeah, coloring is, I'm finding it just really relaxing, really relaxing. Okay, so there was an intro on the weekly mix, and there's also an outro. We just kind of wrap up that week. Same thing, same format. You can scroll down for slower signing, scroll for the answer and stuff like that. Okay, so this is the ASL Weekly Mix. And yeah, I'm so excited to be working on this one. I think it's just fantastic. And it's like a real life, real outside in the environment. I mean, the vast majority of my courses, I'm in a studio, there's a white background, and it's a very controlled environment. It's fantastic for learning like more of a school type situation where it's just fundamental signs and stuff you got to know. Now, ASL Weekly Mix is literally out there in the mall, out in parks, different countries, different cities, different locations, different signing situations. Yeah, just soak it up, have fun, and use it to boost your journey. That's the whole purpose. It's like a unique twist on learning ASL. Instead of only in the classroom, like formal places, this is like out and about and just doing it. Okay, so let's go back out. Okay, so this video, we did a lot. We explored. We looked around. This is the sign for looked around. Right, so just a couple things. Once again, this is the ASL bundle, where it says ASL bundle, and that's like the container which holds all of the individual courses, right? So when you buy the ASL bundle, when you get the ASL bundle, you get all of the courses as well. And keep in mind that all of the courses operate independently, right? It's like they're loosely connected because it's all sign language. Some of them have similar signs, syntax, stuff like that. But each course by itself has its own theme. So you jump into that course. In that course, you're going to learn everything you need to know: signs, review, testing, instruction, everything you need to know to earn the course certificate for that course, because it's a themed course which can operate completely independent. It's not like you have five levels, and if you get to level 5, if you haven't done level 4 and 3, you're screwed. No, not like that at all. You pick one of these courses, just jump in and do it. Pick another course, jump in and do it. If you want to jump around and haven't even finished a course, you just want a different theme, just jump around and just, go nuts. The whole idea here is soak up ASL, and we're trying to get you where you want to go. And my understanding is if you're here, you're probably a beginner. Maybe you know nothing about ASL. Maybe you know a little bit. Maybe you're just getting there. This is the ASL Bundle for Beginners and Improvers. All right, so we're going to level up your skills incrementally in a relaxed way and just, help you out. Just sign, and just have fun along the way. The more fun we have, the more it sticks in our brain. That's the idea. That's the whole purpose. I'm learning as a teacher. I've been teaching since like 2012. I used to teach English. Now I teach ASL. And to connect with the students, it's like you just make it alive. And it's even more fun because if I'm the teacher and I enjoy it, then the student is just like, oh, there's something going on here. It might be a little bit crazy at times, but it's just more exciting, a better environment. Right. Okay. So did we accomplish our goal in this video? What was our goal at the beginning? Do you remember? What did we sign? Now, you and I look around ASL Bundle. So that was our goal, and that's what we've done. This is a long video. I talk a lot, I know, but the whole idea was to get you inside, looking around, exploring, and seeing what the bundle actually looks like from the inside. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your time. You have a wonderful day. Thank you for hanging around with us. Okay, see you later.